You know what I kinda like, but also don't really like, about today's Vancouver Canucks game? It's the fact that the start time is listed at 7:30 p.m. PST. Can we just acknowledge for a second that games in the NHL this year have been taking so long to get going? Like, it'll say 7 p.m. start time, but then the game won't actually start until 7:15 or 7:20 because they do all these pre-game shenanigans, which are always great to see. Obviously, the presentations, the celebrations, the milestones, the players and everything, it's nice to see special events and special moments being honored. But wow. Game time's supposed to be 7 p.m. We have so many games that bleed into much later time frames because of all of these things, and heading into today's game, 7:30 p.m. makes it a little bit easier for us to make videos about the game because, you know, this video and its relevance will be there for a little bit longer, but still makes it a little bit tougher for us who are trying to get a good night's sleep and kind of want to watch the entirety of hockey games before that. But anyways, heading into today's game against the LA Kings, the Vancouver Canucks have a few news and notes that I wanted to go over in this video here. It is our early kind of afternoon video for the day, starting out with the lineups. Because Harmondale went out there and tweeted this out, that Tocchet says the Canucks are rolling with the same lineup as last game. Kevin Lankinen will start again. What this means is that no, unfortunately, Dakota Joshua is not going to be suited up for the Vancouver Canucks in this game. Aatu is still going to be there, Kevin Lankinen is still going to be there, and Artur Silovs is going to get the shelf just a little bit longer. Now, I get it. There is a very legitimate argument to be made that the Vancouver Canucks continuing to go with Lankinen might be seen as a little bit of a stressful situation because they keep on playing this guy. He's been very good. I think he leads the NHL right now in goals against average or something like that. Let's go out there and see. I should have looked this up in the video beforehand. Yeah, goals against average, Kevin Lankinen is literally first overall in the league over Connor Hellebuyck and Anthony Stolarz. He's been phenomenal. In save percentage, he is 6th overall in the NHL. So, Lankinen has been good. But there is a question as to whether or not it's appropriate to continuously play a guy night in and night out like they have been. The fact is, though, Artur Silovs just has not been giving this team a chance to win. Every game he plays, he doesn't look all too great, and even in the games where it's not his fault, he still lets in 4 goals or whatever. It's not great. I think he has like a 700-something save percentage this year, that Artur Silovs. So, while the Canucks are waiting for Thatcher Demko and his recovery, it obviously makes a lot of sense if they wanted to keep stringing together point streaks to keep Lankinen in the net. And heading into today's game, I mean, they're going to try to sweep California. That's the plan, right? Speaking about injuries and speaking about guys coming back, this is what Rick Tocchet said yesterday, as reported by Ian McIntyre. Tocchet says that Dakota Joshua, not practicing today nor playing tomorrow, is not a setback, but the Canucks are being cautious with the winger. This has been a scheduled practice day for Joshua as he works his way back from cancer surgery. So, interesting setback here. I mean, Tocchet says it's not a setback, but I kind of read it like it is, right? If the Canucks were scheduling a Dakota Joshua practice yesterday and he didn't end up practicing, is that not by definition a setback? There also was a conversation floating around as to whether or not Joshua could be the subject of some sort of an AHL Abbotsford Canucks conditioning stint, not sending him down because he's a bum and they want him to play there for the rest of the season, but sending him down to get back up to speed, get his body moving, and just kind of get that physical edge back in his game. Who knows if that's still an option here, but from what we're hearing, it doesn't seem like they're going to be trying to rush anything with Joshua anytime soon. I will say, though, there has been some commentary debating whether or not this is like a good thing or a bad thing. Oh, hey, last year, Thatcher Demko was supposed to play in the 3rd round, but now he's sidelined till November. Now for Joshua, we thought that he'd be able to get a conditioning stint or that he'd be coming back against LA, but no, none of that happened. So what's happening here? Question mark, question mark, question mark. So I guess we just gotta wait till Saturday. Right? The Canucks play the Oilers. That's going to be a fun game to watch. If Dakota Joshua can layeth the smack down on some of these Oilers guys in the same way that Tyler Myers did to Duncan Keith a few years ago, I think that sounds like a great idea. Plus, for me personally, having the Dakota Joshua and Kiefer Sherwood stack in fantasy, oh boy, I'm salivating just thinking about it. Now, aside from Joshua, we gotta go back talking about Thatcher Demco, because there were a few extra things that were spoken about with him. The Canucks Twitter account went out there and posted this yesterday, that Demco was taking a part in some drills in practice, which is a pretty good step up from what he'd already been doing. I mean, it's been reported that he was taking shots from different people in the coaching staff, etc., but this seems to be like the first time he's actually participated in regular drills. And you can see that there are other Canucks players, Phil Hronek, etc., going out there and being a part of these drills. But with Thatcher Demco, we have ourselves some other conversations that brought themselves up here. For example, this is what was said on the Kipper and Bourne show on November 5th, 2 days ago, by Steve Valiquette, the ClearSight CEO. I think he's going to be close to trying, but is that best for Demco? From what I'm being told, Thatcher Demco is being told he has to play through it, and that never works. This is a weird idea. Is this what we're seeing with the Vancouver Canucks? Are they, in a way, forcing Thatcher Demco to recover as fast as he can, get back into the pipes as fast as he can, and start playing games as fast as he can? This, of course, is just a scoop from one guy on one radio show, so it's not necessarily a big narrative, but I did want to bring this up in the video because if the Vancouver Canucks are indeed pushing Thatcher Demco to come back quickly, if they're kind of forcing it on him, firstly, I'm kind of worried, but secondly, it kind of gets me questioning where exactly his health really is at. If we're going to believe this, then I question how Thatcher Demco himself is feeling. Obviously, he's not going to report to the media saying that he's getting rushed or saying that he doesn't feel good. He's going to say that he feels good. He always says that. Everybody says that if you're an athlete who is in an injury situation. But I do kind of question where the legitimacy on this is going to go. Because if the Canucks' plan is to send Silayev as quickly down to Abbotsford as they can, I can understand that. Like, he hasn't been good this season at all, so having him in the AHL, getting as much reps as he can as a starter for a lower-tiered team, that's kind of what he needs at this point. But if it comes at the expense of proper Thatcher Demco recovery, then I kind of question where the Canucks are going to go with that. Obviously, Kevin Lankinen has been good, but do you want to be riding high on a signed backup goalie as much as the Canucks have been this early on into the season without any proper recovery timeline for a guy like Thatcher Demco if you were to be a little bit more reserved on his recovery process? Like, you kind of have to give Lankinen some relief too. So these are the notes and news heading into the Canucks game against the LA Kings later today. We have the same lineup as before. Aatu Räty is slotting in. Kevin Lankinen's playing. Dakota Joshua, still out. Thatcher Demco, still out, but getting better. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How are you expecting the Canucks to play off against the Kings? We'll make a post-game video about it as we usually do, but for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.